வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன். On behalf of all of you, I thank Dr. Alagar Ramanujam for giving you introductory lecture very clearly, elaborately. Today's subject is Realization of God. If you ask anybody, whether he is a philosopher, scientist, or scholar, whoever may be, what will be the answer? Do you know God? You ask the question, what is God? No, I have not seen. I don't know that. The same will be the answer from anybody. Some of the people, Bhaktimans, may say, oh, God is with Neela, that is blue color, and sitting on the five heads, snake, running on the river, like that. There are so many information they will give. It is all right. We need not say the old concepts are anyway wrong. Man started from the that is a hill tribe life. From that day onwards, how many ages have gone? Now we are in the age of scientific development. So, the knowledge of man means the sixth sense of man is well developed to understand the truth. But so far, what we already listened to, what we got the idea with our experiences, sensory perceptions, up to that we were conditioned to think. I will give you some example about the truth of nature. We all are living on the earth. How many earths are there in the universe for the human to live on? As far as we know, only one earth. All right, take this earth. Do we think the earth is always rotating itself daily one time? Within 12 hours or 24 hours, it comes one round. So that means the speed of the rotation is 1,000 miles, nearly 1,000 miles per hour. Anybody knows about it? Can anybody feel the running force of our stand? No. We are thinking, we are sitting quietly. But how this forgetfulness or this is missing in our life? Because always man is restricted or conditioned his consciousness only with the personal experiences, that is, sensory perceptions. So that what he sees by the eyes or other senses, up to that. But One thing more in man's mind, whatever you say something from somebody, he will believe and take it. Your consciousness itself is characterized with the belief, that's all. He will not think whether it is right or wrong. So far, all are here, the people sitting here, all are intellectual clarity, in the top of the intellectual clarity. There are scientists, managers of companies, so well-educated people. So, I can say, do you know God? Do you worship God? Yes, I worship. Do you know God? No. I can say, this is absolutely false. You are telling false. It is not truth. Because you don't know what is God. Even you are sitting on God, God is around you, within you, God himself is you. You are telling, I have not seen God. That means you want to see God in person. If God is in figure, just like we all are having, then he is not a God at all. He is ordinary person. But what is God? What is given some identification for God? It is almighty, all pervasive, arupa. All these are Brahman, almighty. These all are given. Can you fix any of this identification to the God what you are talking for? If at all you know God, one thing is there, one test. You will not think you have to give some food to God. When you think you have to give or feed God with your food, there you are bringing down God. The whole universe is the owner of God. The whole universe. What you are giving food, why for? There is no body, there is no intestine to digest anything, or there is no feeling for enjoyment or pleasure or pain to God. It is such a wonderful truth. What we are thinking, we are told by somebody. Therefore, we are believing. With the belief, what you see God, you are telling it is not God. Pure space. If you think of pure space, that itself is God, you can compare with all the sayings of our rishis and the philosophers, whatever they told, that will go with it. Never we do it. Somebody may say, today you have to feed the God with halwa. Ah, yes. It is, you are not willing to give halwa to God. You wish to taste it. The man who tells you, give the halwa to God, he wants it. Otherwise, God never is in need of anything for his survival, enjoyment, or development of consciousness. He is pure and plenum, which is called Purnam. First of all, we should be ready to change our concept over God. So far, what we are having the concept, when we come to understand and correlate the sayings of all those Siddhas and philosophers, that should suit the concept of God, what we are having. But when you are, wherever you go, wherever you are within the space. Within God, you are moving. So, you are telling, I have not seen God. That is lying. I don't know God, that is all right. So, I have not seen means, that is, you are seeing everywhere. Everywhere. But what is the truth or prescription for God? God is pure space, but pure space is not nothingness as we think. It is not nothingness. We cannot understand the ingredients or qualities hidden in God because we cannot see. But one thing, when we go to the sixth sense, there we can understand the same principle God. Only for that the sixth sense is provided for man. He has to travel and reach that goal. Because we are playing with the senses, we never thought of going beyond the sensual activities, sensory perceptions. Therefore, we are here. What we are thinking, what we are seeing, that much we understand. We don't go beyond the senses to the end of sixth sense. Now, there are three principles in the universe which are subjective. Otherwise, it is called nominal principle. That means it is not, they are not phenomenon to see this and that. God, infinitesimal primary energy particle, and the magnetism. These three are controlling the whole universe in its existence, evolution, functions, and results. These three things, three principles, can be realized only by the sixth sense. But at the same time, even though you are not able to develop your sixth sense, those who have developed already We are ready to tell you, explain you to your full understanding. At that time, automatically, the sixth sense will open and catch the truth. For example, earth is one. Only on the earth, we all are born. Not only we, already millions and millions of people born, lived and died. Only one earth. On the earth, every living being needs water to live. How the water is supplied to all people? Only from the vapor of the ocean. The vapor is taken up and purified. Then it is made into water. Rain comes throughout the world. The rain comes and we are using the water. Where the water goes, we are drinking, we are using. Even all the plants are living only on the water. Where it is going? Is it digested completely? No. All the waters what we intake, they are coming out as urine, saliva and sweat. Never disappears. Where the urine and other things are going? Only on the ground. Ground is absorbing. What happens now? Rain comes. Rain is taking away all the dirts, that's urine and other things, taking to the ocean. Again, the same urine, saliva, sweat, all are recycled, coming up as clouds. And that's what we are again using, recycling the same water through all the living beings on the earth. Can you believe this? What we are taking, 1 cup of water, this includes the urine of all people of the world now living or already lived and died. So you don't stop drinking water hereafter. Hearing this truth, we are destined to that. All right, what is the air we are taking? Only 1 air around the earth, up to 10 miles, oxygen. We are inhaling and exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Where it goes? It goes to the sea of air already there. So the same, we can say that man is untouchable. Where he breathes, only that air, we are breathing. What we let out, he is inhaling. What he lets out, that we are inhaling. Is there any difference? So, all right, now, sun is one, water is one, earth is one, air is one, all right. From morning to evening, we need thousands of commodities and materials we are using. All are manufactured by us. Do you know anything to prepare or manufacture? If you can manufacture a knife, all right, that is a technique. From what you have manufactured the knife? From iron. Can any person in the world, whether he is a philosopher or scientist, can prepare a gram of iron. If anybody knows, come and tell me. Iron. 1 gram of iron, can anybody make? No. What is already made by the nature, you are dealing with that, manipulating all those things. Just you take this body. You may say, this is my body. In this body, what part you made? Whether finger or hand or nail, have you made it? All were lying and living, that's all. So we have to go to the truth. Otherwise, mankind cannot live peacefully, successfully, harmoniously. Therefore, in everything we have to understand the truth, the reality. We may say milk and curd. This is separate, that is separate. It is not separate. Yesterday, the same curd was told as milk. Today, because of the change is the history of the milk. So now with the change, we are call it as curd. Similarly, the whole world, from God to man, all are changes. For every change, every level of change, we are giving certain name for it. A name is only given by man. That name also is not given by any animals. Man is the best animal to give name to everything. Even giving 1,000 names to God, he can say this is a Sahasranam. Sahasranam, Sahasra is a 1,000. 1,000 name. 1,000 name only for one God. And there are how many gods? How many thousands? This man is so much able to do this mischief. Mischief means that is wrongdoing. He is the chief in the world. Because the chief is doing wrongs, it is called mischief. We are not doing anything more than mischief. Therefore, everything is provided by nature, plentiful. Even then, why the poverty? Why the pains, miseries? If I tell you something, you all will easily understand. What is the pain? Pain is not provided by Almighty or nature. The nature is working in its own way of, that is, right principles. In every action, the nature is working well. If you disturb the nature or the law of nature, if you get conflict with the law of nature any place, there starts pain, miseries, and a problem to mankind. So that we have to understand the God and the law of working order of God. Law of working order of God is consciousness. That is jnanam. Consciousness is explained in many ways. I will give you one formula. Order of function in everything is consciousness. You keep this. Order of function in everything is consciousness. You need not go beyond. So, keeping this, you can understand the consciousness. You are shaving your face, taking away all the hair. Within 1 week, again it comes out. That is order of function. Already you shaved white hair. But now, can you get it dark hair after shaving away? No. The same white hair will come. This is the order of function. Sow the seed. What is the seed of the mother of the seed? Such and such plant. When it comes out, it will be small in the sprouting level. After comes out, blossom, you will see the leaf and other things. The same chemicals, shape, taste, smell, and everything. All these are compressed into wave form in the seed. The whole universal functions. Then you understand compression and expansion. That's all. Compression is made by Almighty because the Almighty God, the space itself, is self-compressive surrounding pressure force. Therefore, it compresses everything. Same compression, when it increases to certain limit, again it magnifies. So, magnification and compression. Compression is the act of God. Magnification is a reaction of a compression. So, we cannot say these two forces separately. The whole universe. Suppose you are seeing the pen. After going home, you think, what I have seen? The pen comes. Is it the pen? The same pen is coming there. This pen is with me here. What you see? What is the pen? Your mind has taken the shape when you saw this. That is, again it compressed into wave form and deposited in your genetic center. What is the mental frequency? You have seen this. Again you are thinking, what I have seen? The same mental frequency comes. Again, what is compressed in the wave form, that is developed or magnifies. You are getting as thought. How many thoughts we are having? All are compressed wave. What we have done already, all are affecting our magnetic force in the body. So for this, man wants to live happily. We can live without any disturbance or pain in the world, we can live. For that we have to know God, mind, that is self. Then you have to understand the society. How to move with everything, whether it is organic or inorganic. When you go in such a way, everything will be harmonious. We are not practiced to live in harmony with all the things and people. Always we are disturbing the harmony everywhere because of not knowing the nature or consciousness in everything. So now, what is Brahmajnana? Brahmajnanam is the completeness of our sixth sense, to the fullness, to understand self. Jnana is only a knowledge, perfect knowledge. The knowledge is working in two ways. One is mind, other is knowledge. That is, knowledge is the stock force and mind is wavering wave. What is inside? Suppose you are sitting. How many thoughts are coming? Maybe 1,000. A day in 10,000. So, how they are coming? Did you think of this truth? What is happening within you? Never we thought. Because we are engaged in the suffering or enjoyment, not knowing the cause of suffering or enjoyment. Now we have to go further up in our consciousness to understand the cause and effect system. Why this is happening? What is this? So that when you understand your mind, you are understanding yourself. That is self-realization. When you understand God, that is God realization. When you understand any one of these, your mind or God, both are understood. Because both are not separate. What is God outside in the whole universe, in everything? The same in you is working as consciousness, knowledge or mind. Can you see mind? No. Can you say, I have no mind? Oh, no. If anybody asks you, are you having knowledge? What you will say? Yes, of course, I am having. Are you not knowing this? You are not having such a, that is knowledge that I am having knowledge or not? This is the question. Both are fighting only for unknown things. Both have not known what is mind or knowledge. But any one of these both can say, there is no mind, there is no knowledge. No. I am having knowledge. All right, tell me, how is your knowledge? The knowledge will go inside. You cannot see. So, how much importance is the knowledge and mind? How much important is the according to the cause and effect system, where from the knowledge has come. Therefore, man who is living on the earth, who wish to lead a better life, should know self and God. Knowing self or God is not separate. Any one of is known, both are known, because both are same. When a man comes to that stage, that is the perfection of the consciousness, that is called as mukti or moksham. So, this, do you think, understanding the knowledge, you are living on the world only through your working order of your mind, working order of your knowledge. Without knowing the knowledge or mind, how can you deal with the mind? Here is the answer for you. I have to know my mind. I have to know myself. This self-realization, the self-knowing is not told in any place. Self means self-realization. Knowing is sensory perception. It is not at all possible. Realization means realize what is reality, you understand. So, realization of truth, realization of self, realization of God, realization of knowledge, all are same. So, from the earlier age of mankind, the thought and desire was there to understand God, understand self. But each one gone some height in the consciousness, but they could not go to the depth. So what they got on the way, they stopped and told, this is that, this is that, this is that. So we cannot say all the old concepts are wrong. That means mankind in the journey of consciousness reached such and such a level in such and such a time. So what is the point they reached, they explained. Now the time is ripe. Now the magnetism is well known and its functions are well known. So far it was not known. From the computer, we can understand God and consciousness. When you think of it, when you give research over it, then only you can understand. You are touching some letter, that is keyboard, one figure appears or one letter appears. What is that letter? Letter is only intensification of magnetic wave. Magnetic wave itself is intensified and now taken the shape of a letter. Then where it is coming from? That is coming from the chip. What is the state of this letter in the chip? That is the state of Almighty, pure space, nothingness. That is, when you reduce and reduce and reduce, that goes to the first infinitesimal form, as we say. Then when you reduce more and more, we are going further and further to calculate nano, micro, nano, like that. They all are not seen but all are wave. What is a wave? So far, science is dealing with waves, but not so far understanding what is wave. Now you understand God is pure space. Is it a material one? Can you touch it or perceive it? No. But what is the might of it? What is the strength of the space? Now I will let you know. How much is the weight of the earth? How much will be the weight of a sun? Both are floating only on the space. Space is lighter than these two. Otherwise it cannot hold. Both are floating and rolling and moving only on the space. Not only sun and moon, sun and earth. The whole universe, thousands and thousands, millions and millions of solar systems are floating only on the space. What will be the might of the space? Can you imagine it? Only by comparing other things with it, then only we can understand. You know, our body is constructed with the particles, energy particles. Everything, mass, what you see, that is association of energy particle. Same way, our body is association of energy particle. Every particle is having a speedy spinning action. By that, they emanate that is a repulsive force. Repulsive force is coming only from the speed rotation of infinitesimal energy particle. So every particle is having that speed. Our body is constructed with that. Will not the body disappear in 1 minute if it is left as it is? Unless there is a compressive force around us, not allowing any particle to go out more than the repulsive force. Within 1 minute, our body will disappear. To maintain our body in good condition, as a mass, who is that doing this? Only the space around us is working as self-compressive surrounding pressure force. When you want to understand what is a self-compressive force, sometimes we are getting up from the bed, full force is there. So we are doing like this. This is self-compressive. The same is applied on others. That is ordinary force. This is self-compression. If it is supplied on others, that is surrounding pressure force. Self-compressive force itself, when applied on other thing, that is surrounding pressure force. Where the surrounding pressure force is not existing, you think, everywhere. Because of the self-compression of the space. What is the area of the space? We don't know. We can imagine up to the universe, but it is calculated by scientists millions and millions of light years. Such a distance we are seeing, but we are imagining that as we see. Always we are on the earth. Other side of the universe is hiding by the earth. We cannot see the whole space also. So that much is the space. How much will be the self-compressive force? When it presses itself, suppose now you go to the primordial state where there was nothing. There was nothing other than the space. Because of the self-compression, every place, wherever it gets folded, that is sporadic action, here and there, here and there. Small folded action comes. The same force, what is called a space, that gets folded. So that because of the surrounding pressure, it spins speedily. That becomes energy particle. Because it started in the beginning, energy, infinitesimal primary energy particle. That is the name for it. Our committee, science committee, has given the name as Vedan. Wherever you see Vedan, that is infinitesimal energy, primary energy particle. That is, the energy particle is a small portion of the space. What are the qualities and might in the space? This also will have, according to its mass or volume, it should have. Suppose you are taking some water, sea water in a cup. All the qualities of the sea water are in the cup water also. Similarly, what is a particle, smallest particle, what you told God already, that is space, Almighty. The same space is bigger space, this is smaller space. Small God. For language we can say energy particle is a small God. What is in the space? All might, consciousness, everything is within the particle also. Because of the folded action, it's restricted to some volume. This volume, again, given pressure, all the sides. If one side pressure is given, this will go that way. Other side is given, that will come this side. If all the sides are given the same force, what will happen? That is the whirling motion. That is the whirling motion that is called Shakti. Already the vast space is called Shivam. Shivam means Puranam. Not at all manifested into anything. After manifestation into particle, it is called Akash. First, in the Panchabhutas, Akash is the first one. Others are only the association of Akash with the specific intensity. If in 1 ounce, 1 inch how many part is a particle, how many part is a space. Accordingly, if the particles are more, space is less, that is Akash. When the particle is increasing, space becomes decreasing. So, in the whole universe, there are 5 sections. These 5 sections are differently told as Panchabhutas. Bhuta means a bodhic, physical appearance. According to the intensity of same energy particle. So, now you come to the another fact, whether God is Shakti or mass, that is matter. What we think matter is somewhat solid. If God is solid and static, nothing will come out. So, the whole space, the whole universe, all are only the energy field. That itself is energy. That energy is called divine fluid. In Tamil and Malayalam, this is called a Vellam. Vellam means not the flood which is taking away everything. That is not. Vellam means well. Well means pure. Means Pranavam, Shakti and Shivam, space and the particle. So, with the space, when the particle joins, that becomes a magnetic field. Therefore, that magnetic, universal magnetism or cosmic energy field is called divine fluid, Vellam. Only from that, everything starts according to the association. When the spinning action reduces, automatically they come close. When the spinning action increases in the particle, they go aloof. This is the first lesson you all have to understand. God is only space. That is called Brahman, God. All other names, for your understanding and concept, you can keep it like this. God is plenum, force, consciousness. Force means Vegam or Shakti. Consciousness means order of function. Everything, if you take, that is Shakti in basic function. The functioning order is consciousness. With these two, God is working or existing as whole universe. Wherever you see, for example, this evening we will deal with the subject, how they are joining together. Then you can understand. Whatever you see, that is the association of energy particle. What is energy particle? It is the minute God, small God, energy particle. You are seeing only God in the shape of a tree or mountain or water. When you disintegrate, you come to the same energy particle. When you stop the energy particle, for example, that becomes a space. Therefore, the energy particle is not seen by the scientists so far, even by increasing into million times more, because when you increase the energy particle, that becomes a nothingness, becomes one with the space. So there is no identity. This is the problem for the scientists. They cannot understand. Never they will understand by microscope or telescope. So now you can understand. The supreme power is energy. That is mighty divine fluid. That is highly transparent, because there is no obstruction. You can see everything through it. That is highly transparent divine fluid is Almighty. God, that is space. When you forget or neglect this understanding or concept, you cannot see anywhere, understand anywhere what is God. So now this is the time we have come to the understanding God is only pure space. That is called Brahman, that is called God, that is called by any revered name, adorable names by all the religious heads. If you go and ask any religious head, do you know God? Yes. They will say something what they are having concept, that is God. If the God, really it is God, if another man says, there will be no difference. There are 10 religions, 10 religious heads. Make them sit together and ask them, what is God? They are teaching about the God. That is their duty. Or you ask them whether you know the God? Yes. What is God? He will describe all those things what he is having in the mind. This man will be having same concept. But as I told already, it is not false. In the evolution of mankind or universe, the knowledge also was traveling towards its end, the consciousness. Journey of consciousness is the life of mankind. So on the way, wherever they found some fact, they told that is that, this is that, this is that. So you don't fight with those people who are telling this is God, that is God, that is God. If you understand, you keep it and go with it in your lifetime, in the living process. With this word, I conclude my teachings now. We will all meet at 4:30. So further, we will go ahead. You all are having a good time today, because what is the purpose of the life of man? Only to realize God, to wipe away all the unwanted thoughts and sinful deeds. We have to realize God. Therefore, today you all have started coming nearer to God, not a nearer, that is one with God, really. So this evening you will get the same thought confirmed very strongly. With this word, I wish all of you good health, long life, enough wealth, prosperity, wisdom and peace. Be blessed by the river.